um, 28 of the displays Royal, and I'm kind of like on the verge of like running out of tile cards. I think I have like there's probably a few more I can add. Um, I'm gonna like kind of have to restart eventually. Um, I really need to keep better track of which characters I've already used. I think I have I think I have around 50 or so characters that I ready to be added into a tile card, but I have like 40 tile cards that I've created thus far. So I had to figure out which 10 I haven't already made tile cards and then make tile cards out of them. I really quickly got past the idea of like having them all like set up in order. Because like one is, having all these different characters um I'm trying to think like like in order of introduction, like that's really okay because this is a long ass game. So like so far I've done it kind of okay, this character's been introduced. Like they didn't feature prominently in this particular part, but they've they showed up. We know that they exist. Um so like I might not even start the whole I think Devil one. I think it's what I have right now. I can't remember what it. Oh yeah, like failed video game console. Um, I can't actually interesting things to say about the oh yeah. Um, like it's one of the first like major Kickstarter success stories, but it was an interesting idea to like have a Also, there's something I've been wanting to kind of try and do. We're trying to get that lined up. There we go. It's lined up better. It's maybe a little bit over the line, but it's closer. Don't have it too big than too small anyway. But yeah, um, it was a neat idea to like have droid powered console, like game console. Um, but by the time it actually released, like they're already the idea already kind of taken off of some extent. Um, there's already competition. There's already like stuff built into TVs, although that never really caught on either. Like I think the idea of um, Android powered gaming consoles has not really become mainstream, which is a little unfortunate because I mean there's lots of like good, clearly good smartphone ports of games um that could be consoleized. Um, Granted, a lot of times they're not like original for a lot of Final Fantasies and stuff that are like on Steam right now. Like they're not very good. Like the only one, like interestingly, the only one that actually got a was Chrono Trigger, only because apparently the Chrono Trigger base is a lot more passionate and able to get through to um Square Enix than Final Fantasy fans, which is interesting. Um, it, it's a testament to how awesome Chrono Trigger is. Um, like we got all Final Fantasy got multiple shitty Steam ports, but like no one like the community of Final Fantasy fans never really raised fuss of it over it. I mean, Final Fantasy I think has the disadvantage of it, the fact that it's still going on, you know, and it's kind of a little bit downhill. Like 15, from what I understand it, actually, once again, sort of 15 it raised the bar a bit more. And then we have the remake of Final Fantasy VII, which was a mixed bag. But overall, like it's a as Lore Runner again, I have to refer to Lore Runner for some of the phrases I'm using. That positive, like it was more good than bad. Now, granted, the bad is like a lot of the bad is stressing because like things that could be bad because it's the first part of a multi-part remake. Hopefully 3 parts. And that's what I'm predicting and kind of hoping because I don't want it to be like so drawn out. Like my preference to make that would be just to have DLCs. Like the other part could be like DLCs for the first part. Like that would be like have like a PlayStation 5 port of it, and then release DLCs. Or just like a PlayStation 5 patch that up the graphics and stuff. Like kind of even better, at least having a patch, or eventually a festival release. For people who want to don't want to like have to download so much data, or whatever, or who just want an excuse to buy the game again. But anyway, yeah, I'm going up on all sorts of tangents now. Also, we're talking about, oh yeah, because of the character named Oh yeah. And like if you think, I guess the other degree, which if you think that the PC ports of smartphone games are bad, just imagine how bad it would be in a way. I mean, I don't know, like it could be. Well, I mean, here's the thing. Actually, like when you really think about it, it's oh yeah, or the concept of oh yeah has like really taken off, and Android gaming consoles had been sort of low cost, somewhat low powered, but like otherwise it featuring entertaining games. If it had actually taken off and become somewhat popular, it would have transformed the gaming landscape a little bit, but largely I think it would have it might have actually meant, at least to some extent, that we probably would have gotten better ports of Final Fantasy VI, of Chrono Trigger, like right away at least, like because Square Enix would have been a lot more incentivized to actually consolize the Android port of their smart of their main franchises, because it needs to be able to run on the OS. It needs to be able to run it would need to be designed from the ground up to work with the controller as well as the touchscreen. So like they put a lot more effort and time into making that happen, rather than just doing a lazy port where like okay, like you can use a keyboard and mouse and the controller. We're not really going to change the interface a whole lot. We're not going to whatever, like they're so it could have been better for the because those features would be in the Android version to begin with, and then when they port it to Steam, those features, that functionality would have been part of their porting. So it would have done anything about some of the the questionable new sprite work, which when I played, although granted I was using the fan like upgrade to it, but like I said before when I played it that I felt like comparing it to Chrono Trigger, even now, um, like they actually created new sprites. The new sprites were kind of ugly in at least to some extent, but in different, and maybe some people didn't like how it was different, but um they did, I think, that's nothing with the actual backgrounds to make them similarly updated. um but yeah, like everything of course was just like upscaled and not even well upscaled, to the point where like they actually like they literally took the sprite sheet and just upscaled them, causing some tiles that are supposed to be like adjacent to each other, placed in the world, or seeing bleed through from adjacent tiles on the sprite sheet. So, but anyway, I'm not sure how better to describe that, but basically, yeah, they like the best way to upscale them would be to take each of the tiles on the sprite sheet and upscale them individually, because otherwise they're not going to tell properly. Because basically it'll be bleed through from adjacent tiles that are adjacent on the sprite sheet, but not necessarily meant to be adjacent on the map. That's how to better describe that. So we can't actually leave. We can't even
Let's go to bed.
What are you talking about? I have a very good rest. I did very well on this.
Hey,
What's the point of even having me walking around today? Aside from like potentially, I can get there. I can raise my kindness by using fire natures, but only by 3 points.
yes. What? What?
Hey, let me try.
Can I talk?
What's going? Let me out of here one time. What the fuck? This is the wrong way to get off to a start here. This is textbook detrimental realism. There's some things I've been meaning to talk about, and a lot of them are positive, but I don't feel like talking about the positive because it's such a monumental negative. Like they improve it somewhat by allowing you to move around LeBlanc and do things in LeBlanc. During the during the evening segment when when something maybe the mementos or whatever. So days where you can still do things and be productive during the time in the game. Even when there's something that should kind of that realistically be interfering with it. I'm taking a step further and allow you to roam around your own guys because that's the neighborhood. Like that's not very. You're not gonna be going that far. You're not gonna be walking that much. Necessarily. But like, the thing is, the developers, I think, also want to curb limitations because if they give you like free time all the time, no matter what's going on, then you're just gonna have too much. You're gonna have so much freedom and screw freedom. But it's I don't know how to put it without like making them sound like they're a bunch of jackasses. You just don't care about player freedom. But um, you're gonna be like level things up much faster than you should, or work on yourself. You're not going to concern yourself as much with time management in general. If every day you have unlimited, you have less limited time. If you don't occasionally have moments in the game where your time is limited by what's going on, you know, uh, yeah, you're gonna get too far ahead of where you could go in some regards. Um, I don't know. Like that's what I imagine the developer's logic was. Now the problem here is Morgana. Morgana. Because like in Persona 4, when this thing is happening, like it's literally just the main character saying like she goes to sleep. I should um I'm tired from today's event. You're hearing a bit of inner monologue from the player character, and that kind of works. Now, granted, it breaks some of the immersion that you're supposed to feel by being the protagonist. Maybe that was their intention by having Morgana was to make it less about what the protagonist is feeling, you know, and eliminating that as a problem. Bringing another much bigger problem, which is the character that we're supposed to like, that we're supposed to care about, that we're supposed to, like we're supposed to like Morgana as a character. So, like, she's supposed to be endearing. But because he's the one who's, telling us what we cannot do in these circumstances, it becomes irritant. Such an incredible irritant. Okay. Like a kitty in real life, but I want to jump into the game and strangle the virtual kitty, okay? Now, I want to strangle you. I don't take that out of context. It makes me want to strangle Morgana. Let me make that clear. Morgana Suzuki, who insists they're not a kitty, so it doesn't really count anyway. Be so much better if it was just the protagonist saying, I'm tired, I'm going to sleep. Like, because there's only so far that the whole player connection to the protagonist is going. Your options are limited. Actually, one thing I want to point out is they don't actually a lot of it's funny. I kind of noticed that there's a thematic aspect to the player's choices. where it's the Renegade Paragon thing. Sliding scale of sorts, where your choices in interactions, at least with regards to the main story, not necessarily the confidant, which are it's probably something that did not tie into this scheme yet. Or what, for lack of a better term, I'll call it thematic act. I think it's clearly kind of a planned thing, although it's not quite like Renegade Paragon. I don't think the game really tracked it. I mean, it would be interesting if the game tracked it, but they don't give it enough credit for them to track it. But basically, your responses are from confident to not so confident, and to being kind of lukewarm, more or less. Like, so you can sort of, it's up to you as the player to portray your character as being a very confident person, headstrong, or whatever, or someone who's a little more, reserved, or confidence in general. Kind of a pretty confident route. But because he's the leader, he's supposed to be confident. He's supposed to at least project some degree of confidence. So I mean, it just makes sense for him as a leader to be a person who projects a certain degree of confidence. Anyway, and the thing is, you probably voice acted him every now and then anyway, so he's not completely signed up for protagonist anyway. It's not uncalled for in the Persona series to have him be. Look, it would be even more interesting if you want to keep Morgana. There's an extra line where, like, Morgana's right. Where the protagonist is like, oh yeah, Morgana's right, maybe we could. Help a little bit. Because the other problem, besides, making me want to strangle Morgana, I don't, like, beyond this, I do not want to strangle Morgana. This is the only thing that makes me want to strangle Morgana. Like, I love him besides that. But by making it this external force, you're basically creating this sense. But the developers themselves are thinking through Morgana and telling you, no, you can't do that. Take me straight out. It has the opposite of the intended effect in a manner of speaking. Because the intended effect is like, oh, you're going to be more immersed because it's not us putting words into the main character's mind. But it has the opposite effect. It's literally the developer challenging in there to say, no, you can't do this thing. You want to do what she thinks do that. Alright, this was. This is so damn annoying. And again, like, that's kind of the thing. Because making it an external force means that, like, suddenly we're angry at this external force telling us what to do. There's a line in the game that actually simplifies this problem. When you tell us not to do something, it makes us want to do it. Like, he's coming before himself. You tell us not to do something, I want to do it even more. We're gonna need to start using reverse psychology, okay? Well, just redesign Morgana so that, hey, we should go and do this, and suddenly the character voice inner monologue pops up and says, no, we're too tired. Morgana's like saying, yeah, I think maybe you're right. Or maybe, yeah, maybe we could. Maybe, yeah. I don't know. Like, I don't know how to fix this. Like, it's not easy to fix. But and they're trying to fix it. Like, I'll give them credit for that, but and I'll give them credit for the fact that this makes sense, but the only point to giving us any level of freedom at the point in the game is to literally just to feed our planet. That's it. The only thing we can do. It's literally the only thing we can do with freedom is feed the planet and go to freak sleep. And the only reason why I'm censoring myself, this is an M-rated game, is because I want to make a practice of censoring myself for games that are M-rated. Like, I want to, practice for... And granted, this is annoying me probably the most because I'm just firing up the game right now. And it's like, oh, I want to get in, and there's so many things I want to do, and I can't because we just finished exams. Like, if I finished exam, like, if this had happened last night, I'd be like, yeah, you're right, I am, like, I'm literally getting tired in real life now, and, like, I want to quit the game, but let's feed myself to a point where, like, I actually do have a little more freedom. Although I doubt that because I think we're dealing with a main story heavy thing. But I'm looking forward to, but like I ran out of freaking time. I'm so, like, I just need to get the top of my chest. What? If we don't have anything to put on the shelf, I don't think there's any way we have things to put on the shelf right now, but let's say New Game Plus, like some of the stuff we can get on the shelf, carries over. Or let's even say that there are things that we can collect that we haven't discovered yet. Rearranging the shelf. It is not something we should really, like, do. No, you're too tired to rearrange yourself. Like, now I take my headphones off again. I'm just, like, examining this, like, okay, is there anything else I can interact with? Or whatever. And I go to the shelf. I don't think there's anything I can put on it, but, like, if there were, and if there could be, then Morgana telling me no, we're too tired to rearrange things on a shelf. Seriously. I mean, I know that can be, like, exhausting work, but, like, realistic. But, like, we're pretty into the plan. Like, that takes a lot of work. I imagine. I'm going to need to do it myself. But imagine that takes a bit of work. And we can do it. It's the thing we can do right now. Why be selective? Like, there's actually a benefit, gameplay-wise, to feeding the plant. Okay? It doesn't consume time, but, it's balanced out by the fact that, like, that we can't do it every day. Like, we have to do it for several weeks or something. I don't know how technically the mechanics work. Like, you just, like, check it every now and then, like, okay, can we apply new periods to it? No. Apply new periods to it? No. Still can't. And we can do it now. So it's balanced in that regard. But, and my voice is already, like, cracking from what? That is so annoying. But is, if I literally had something to put on the shelf, something I could rearrange on the shelf right now, and or that I wanted to, let's say I wanted to, and I had things. Maybe it's New Game Plus. Maybe there is something again I can find that we just haven't found. They can put on the shelf. Morgana tells me, no, we're too tired. Bullshit. Not just because it's like, it's not even a matter of realism. It's a matter of game design. Because that's clearly like what's going on here is game design. Because like we could be working on our skills, doing something that's actually productive, effectively, in game. So I understand from a game design standpoint, and I was talking about it before, I understand from a game design standpoint why they would want to limit what you can do when, all from a point of view of realism, which in this case is certainly detrimental. But from a point of design, like, because they kind of have a degree to which it makes sense to restrict the play. Because, you know, you're spending all this time, you know, where you can do things, and allowing the player to do things in any case, no matter what's going on. I'm trying to reiterate my point, but I'm trying to like put it in make sense, like they're being spiteful about it or whatever, or you know, like you ever, I'm annoyed by it too, but it runs the risk of making the time management mechanics feel kind of too lax, I guess, you know, throughout the entire game. Like the best solution, in my opinion, is you just had the player go to sleep automatically. But I would even support it now. Like, even if we could do the platinum tree thing, which we could, we would say just have the player go to sleep automatically. Like, have Morgana say, like, you know, aren't we exhausted from, you know, you must be exhausted from all the sleep. Let's just go straight to sleep. Like, I would be for it. I would be for them doing that. Even if it meant that I couldn't raise my kindness a little bit by watering the pot, I could do that the following day. It literally takes no time. So there's no detriment to that. Now, rearranging the shelf, that should be something we can do. If we have things to rearrange, that should be something we should be able to do. Now, granted, you know, that would not take time either. We can do it next time we actually have free time and we're not too tired to do anything. But so from a game design standpoint, why that's the main irritant here. Why tease us with freedom? We really have none. We literally have none. We have the freedom to do one thing, and there's a chance that if we fed it recently or whatever, that we won't be able to do that. So what's the freaking point? And again, this one point of freedom is meaningless because we can do it whenever. It doesn't at the same time. So, you gotta get freedom here. Freedom. Whatsoever. Because we've done it all an illusion. And doesn't that really tell us about, you know, that maybe that's the message they're trying to send. They're trying to send that free will is an illusion, and everything we ever will do and ever have done is all based on, you know, on things set in motion by the Big Bang millions and millions of years ago. Particles floating in a range and interacting with each other beyond our actual ability to control. Or potentially it's because everything is chaotic and, you know, we're just at the whim of whatever, you know, configuration the particle, you know, the photons and neutrons happen to in our timeline. You know, free will is an illusion. That's a deep philosophical message that they're trying to hammer into us by having these little segments where, like, we can roam around our little room and do just about absolutely nothing. They're just trying to hammer in the idea that free will is an illusion, and we're the speck of dust in a vast galaxy, which is part of a return of its own speck of dust by the Manciner. Or anything either set in stone, or a product of random chance, or both. Have a combination of both, neither of which really allows truly for the concept. I have my own arguments against that, but let's not get into that. I'm ranting enough right now. But yeah, I think the solution is simple. Just have time progress. Just have us go to sleep automatically. Do not tease us with freedom. That is, in my opinion, I shouldn't call it cardinal sin, but it's a very big problem. Whatever. Like, I'm just pumped up trying to quantify is wrong with this one moment in the game. And any moment that's like this. There probably are a few. Because you're just making the player angry that they're being limited this way. Even if it makes sense. Even if it, whatever. There's a whole thing I had prepared to talk about in regard to the structure of the game and, how it creates a balance of player freedom and you actually start talking about to really I can't even summarize it. But, comparing it to other games where like you open world games where you actually have an active clock and how that wouldn't necessarily work in a game like this. But I'm already ranted about the little bit of the game. I don't want to stall the game further by about this whole other I'm happy man. Damn it. Say it with me, this is bad game design. And
Nice.
you just got done with your exams. You don't have to rack your brain with layouts today. I want to reiterate the point. Why? Because, unless laying out your figurines and model kits or whatever the heck I'm pretty sure it's Bear Claw toys. Unless there's something that actually, passes time in game, and it's something that actually gives you a game benefit, there's no reason to prevent you from doing this. Something you can just idly do. You just sit down by the shelf and I actually kind of want this thing over here. I think it might look better over there. Okay, I'll go to sleep now. The sentimental realism can make sense. And Persona 5, and particularly Royal, again, I give credit for trying to make more of a process than they did before in the original. But, when it absolutely shuts you off like this, again, they might as well just have us go to sleep automatically. It would not be I would not call it detrimental realism. Why are we able to wander around? Why are we even able to contemplate having freedom?
Let's go to bed.
The times are over. Let's go to sleep. Hell, let's sleep in.
Let's go to bed.
Why can't we wander around?
Hey, it's me.
Why don't we skip directly to this sequence? Oh, we have to give the player the option to water their plants. If they're able to, and if they're not able to, they don't have any options whatsoever. Sorry for calling you so late. I wanted to ask you about the summer festival. Sorry, I'm too tired to have a conversation with Luigi. Like, I barely can muster up enough strength to actually get into bed. Like, I was thinking about doing some workouts. I was thinking about maybe making some food. I was thinking maybe playing some video games or watch, some DVDs. But no, I'm just tired. I do not organically buried into me, like, for an hour now, how much I am tired and cannot do anything right now. So let's just put off this conversation until I actually am no longer, until Morgana isn't telling me I'm tired. The more than when Morgana starts complaining about how tired I am. So, bye, Ryuji. Let me sleep.
Come on.
We're all tested yet. Just give me a sec. No, Morgana's infesting. And I'm sick and tired of it. I'm so sick and tired of it. I just want to sleep like he's asking me to now.
So, like...
I can quick sleep videos now. You want to go? Want to go where? Let me check my log. Oh, the festival's tomorrow. I don't want to go with you. I want to wait for Makoto to invite me. I'm sorry. I gotta see if someone else will invite me.
No way, man.
Smart, right? Time for that. Let's just go. No. I want to spend time with my girl. You want me to make this a sausage fest? I did sure that they said it might rain tomorrow, though. Whatever. No way it's gonna rain in Texas. See you tomorrow. It's gonna rain. It's just like Persona 3. But it has Culture Festival planned. But it's actually restored the Culture Festival. Or whatever it was. Actually, I remember playing it so you said that it still rains when it puts that Culture Festival. So but Fest actually stands for festival. So it really felt when I first played through it that Persona 3 that was content. Like they had this build up to this Culture Festival. Then it rains or something, and we can't have it. What? So I can't remember if Fest actually restores it or how does it happen? How would he know whether it will rain? You saw it work for a silly little festival full of food of all kinds. Well, I suppose you deserve to enjoy yourself. But now let's keep a low profile and sleep.
Let's turn in for the night.
Well, no sleeping and got it. But you told me sleep. I need to keep sleeping forever. I'm sorry I was yelling at Lily. You come out now.
What's up?
Oh, now you have a heat wave. Sorry, the fire festival canceled due to heat.
What? Why are you staring at my face?
Ryuji, I have a favor to ask.
I'm a nude.
A favor? Sure. You need some money for food or something?
Not this time. I've actually been mulling over a new battle tactic for a while now.
It evolves. Nude.
And I'd like for you to lend a hand in bringing my idea to fruition.
Oh, a new move? That sounds badass. I totally want in.
Well, it's merely a rough idea at this point, but...
So, Ryuji needs to take off all his clothes. Then Yusuke needs to paint him naked. And then will present the artwork to the gallery, and they will take massive damage. And I mean massive.
What do you think?
Whether it's from being, like female shadows whose for reason find attractive will be like overwhelmed by his sheer, charisma and attractiveness of his body. Whereas like all the male shadows will be like, no, you just want to see that. I don't know. I'm like stuck on the use it like, why can't you present the painting that you made before?
Wasn't that, like, way more detailed than some rough idea?
I don't deserve such praise. I would merely prefer to add a splash of beauty to an otherwise barbaric battlefield, so to speak.
Sick! So, all we gotta do now is see how the star reacts to your idea, right?
What, you never for me?
We should consult Jose about this soon.
Oh, that dark.
However, I can feel my appetite growing after describing my idea.
Good question.
Same here.
I did not know that we were just going that way. I'm sorry.
It's so hot.
It's as if we're walking around in an enormous sauna.
Whose bright idea was it to come here?
Yours?
Yours.
Yeah.
Just look at that crowd. Smiling faces everywhere you look. With that, let's move right into asking some of the visitors here for their comments.
A TV crew, huh?
We can't end up on TV. We better not stand out.
We should grab our kebabs and get out of here.
Let's interview those three.
Of course.
Hey, is she talking about us?
What the?
What do we do?
Sorry, by rock charisma attracts all the crews. That should calm down.
Good point. We'll look even more suspicious if we panic now.
They got us.
Oh, hell. Okay, I'm gonna ham it up, make some real cringy comments so they can't use any of the footage.
I'll make some more use it more, I'm sorry.
Hello. It sure is hot today, huh?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And if it's this hot in July, can you imagine just how insane the weather's gonna be in December?
Anyway, since you're here for the festival, does that mean you and your friends there are meat lovers?
I'd say that we're really lovers of fruit. Oh, and sweets. Sweets are just to die for.
Well, thank you very much for your time.
What's her nose?
That was too close.
Didn't be broadcasting live. Sorry, I didn't mean I wasn't saying I strangle you. I was saying I strangle Morgana. He isn't really a cat. He just looks one and acts like one and acts like one and Basically, kind of is one for all intents and purposes, but he's not nearly as cute as you are.
That was truly cringeworthy. But are you certain that they won't air any of it?
No, I'm certain to air all of it.
I'm pretty sure she thought there was a broadcast disaster. We ought to be okay.
Also, they're probably broadcasting it live. I saw a satellite just shot there.
More important than that, though, it's time to get some meat.
Aw. She's forgiven me. Let me think.
Oh, right! My kebab! The lines for the food stalls were even more insane than the heat.
Standing around in this sweltering heat was rather trying.
And almost all the good stuff was already sold out.
I didn't even eat breakfast this morning. I'm starting to get lightheaded.
Even still, an occasion like this seems to make everything taste delicious.
Are you making that up in your bathtub?
Serious.
What a great time.
Even with the sticky sweatiness included.
Well, I came all the way out here, so we might as well go check that thing out.
What thing?
I heard they're building some kind of huge-ass stadium or something nearby. Wait, was that what it was?
You don't know what you're talking about, do you?
A stadium. Well, such buildings often have intriguing architecture. I'd love to see it for personal reference.
Yeah, then come on, let's go. So, that's it? It barely even started?
We seem to be premature spectators.
I guess this is what people call jumping the gum.
Just jump in the car.
Jumping the gun.
Or that too.
There ain't nothing to do here. You wanna go grab a bite somewhere?
Sorry, I'm considering picking up more art supplies. I have a summer assignment to work on. Also, the summer festival drained my coffers. Even if I did grab a bite, all I could order would be water and a hot towel.
Well, in that case, probably ought to just call it quits for today.
Hey, isn't that Yoshizawa? Don't you think she's acting strange? You know, she did mention something about a meet earlier.
Ain't you guys headed home?
I got something to do.
Huh? Oh, well, see you then.
Yes, catch you later.
Senpai?
What a pleasant surprise.
Yes. Did you come to see the stadium too? Same here. I needed to give myself a pep talk.
Something wrong?
Sometimes, when things get me down, I come here. Although, that doesn't really answer your question, does it? I know this may get in the way of your plans, but would you be willing to join me for lunch?
She's eyes look a little red and puffy. It may be best to accompany her. Yeah, I've been hanging out with dudes for a while, so.
That was delicious.
What did I just witness?
I'm always like this after a meet. In all honesty, I'd like to keep going, but any more will end up harming my performance.
The meet's done?
Simply put, it was a disaster. I've been feeling like I'm getting back into the natural flow of things, thanks to you, Senpai. But when the moment of truth arrived, my body still wouldn't move the way that I wanted it to.
Is it more of a mental thing?
I think that's a big factor. Something similar happened to me in middle school, but back then, I had someone by my side that kept me going.
Really?
I have a younger sister. We promised each other that we'd win international gymnastics competitions together. But this spring, she died in an accident.
Then why did you say had instead of have?
I promised her we'd take the gold for our routines across the world. But I can't stop worrying about my lack of improvement lately. I've really been throwing myself into practice, but I wonder if even that won't be enough.
It's not over yet.
Senpai, you're right. It's just getting started. You just keep on rescuing me, don't you? Okay, no more brooding. There are still more meets left this year. I'm going to start from scratch and train as hard as I can. Thank you so much for listening to all that. Now I feel like I've been recharged, mind, body, and spirit.
That's, I mean, yeah, I could say like you're doing your best, but like there's insinuation of that, which is like you're doing your best, so you can't do any better than you. So like if you feel like you're not, like that's kind of the problem with telling someone like, oh, you're doing your best. It's like, okay, my best isn't good enough. Like if I don't feel confident in what I'm doing, and you're saying I'm doing my best, that's not the best thing to tell them. Because that's kind of insinuating, unintentionally, that they can't do better, that they can't improve themselves. Which is like the worst thing to tell a human being. Because like it's in human nature to want to improve and be better. So, you know.
Well, at least my mind and spirit are recharged. The best way to stave off hunger is with some vigorous activity. I'm going to jog home. Take care.
Who do you think they're going to target next? It's kind of really so. They're going to go after the bad guys, right? We have nothing to be worried about. Apparently, if you post a request on the forum, they'll do what you say. They're taking out bad guys. It's fine by me. Keep it up. What do you even need? Why do we even need the police anymore?
Ah, you're back.
We better have at least a little. How could you, fella? I'll tell you what. If you're going to the Summer Festival, why didn't you invite me? Because there were too many guys already.
What did you say?
I should be sure to know about that. You're showing it on TV. Yep. Replay their live broadcast. So to do with it being hot in December or saying sweetheart to die for? There's a bit with Sakamoto say like stuff. Mission failed. Mission, what are you talking about? The point is, next time you guys are going out to have fun, can I come along too? And the Phantom Feast producer, you know.
Oh man.
Okay, hopefully all the others haven't found out. Celebratory festival photo. Show a photo from the summer festival. At least that was the idea. It's totally evocative. Well, don't let it get to you. Shit happens. It's understandable given as your hands grew sweaty and it slipped. You had pretty good shutter speed on that camera. Or maybe you had one of those things where like you could like flip the motion photo and like take a before it isn't blurry. I have to do that with my Ariel all the time. Because she likes to move around a lot. This time we'll make sure we get somewhere where we can actually eat. Agreed, I prefer an indoor establishment myself. Preferably one with ample seating and free refills on water. That'd just be the diner again. And why not? It's a place of calm, but one may also partake of delicious food. I mean, I guess? Man, all this talk about food's got me hungry. I probably ramen would hit the spot. I believe I shall do the same. Fortunately, I have there's some high-quality bread crusts.
Sorry.
I couldn't catch it for you. I always forget how broke my arms are as a cat. Also, apparently I need to max out my charge if I want to complete Makoto's.
Now listen up.
What do you want to do?
First, I need
Make sure
to
your clothes
try and work on
Can I talk?
maxing out my knowledge. Earlier, I saw on TV. Oh, didn't mean to distract you. Okay. Dang it. Oh, hello, Urkawa-senpai. Thank you so much for earlier. No, I can't give you. I give 110% from our art practice. You're not going to rest? Nope. If I take a day off, it'll dull my senses. Next week, I'll make it onto the winter's podium, I swear. I won't slip up again like the day before. I'll have some great news next time I see you, I promise.
Hey!
So Yoshizawa's going to be okay now. Hey, you sure had us all worried. Okay, it's a fireworks festival. We'll be in Shibuya at 5. And Miko, are you going to wear a yukata? I'm planning on it. Yukatas are a great part of the summer tradition. It's totally hiding the women's beauty. I think I'll wear mine as well. You've got one? How about you, John? I don't have one. Yeah, I know. Why don't you come without your glasses? What's the point in that? I don't know. You don't get to see fireworks every day, so besides just wearing normal clothes, I think you might want to go for a change of pace. Great. You totally come without glasses. Well, if you guys better not be late. Well, I won't be able to see the fireworks. And granted, it's been implied that we wear them for show, which is kind of weird. I mean, I wear glasses kind of, not really for show, but because I just, I could get, corrective, well, I don't know if I could really afford corrective eye surgery, and I'm sure I could actually afford regularly having to buy contacts. Even if I could, I probably would not go for that. Because I like the way I look with glasses, so, there's already a degree to which you could say oh, he didn't get corrective surgery or did get contact. But it's still a choice to wear glasses to some extent. Probably more so in places that have actually good health insurance. Parza, you got this really add to the feeling of summer. Even Lady Ala will be wearing one.
Come to think of it.
Oh yeah, there's a fireworks festival today. You're going to be careful, those things get insanely crowded.
Hey!
We need to watch the fireworks with the chief someday. We could watch them right here at LeBlanc. Actually, no, we couldn't. Yeah, you wanna watch some fireworks?
Right when we were just about to leave, too. Who is it?
Yeah, I saw some disturbing news online. Sounds like it'll be really bad if it turns out true. What's it about? Well, it seems like an insane group is getting ready to declare war on the Phantom Thieves. I was afraid to just hold on to that information myself, so I wanted to tell you at least. Actually, I had to say though, sorry to bother you on your day off.
What could he mean by an insane group? Well, let's think about this after we get back. We don't have much time, so let's get going. Damn, it's so hot.
There's a woman with a face behind us.
The holiday means it's as crowded on here as it is for morning rush hour.
Over today's trade news, today's headlines are Fireworks Festival delay. Expect roads and transportation to be congested for the entire day. Sudden weather change is imminent. Be careful, a sudden shift in climate from afternoon to night.
Wait, so all these people are going to the fireworks festival? Ugh, this should be fun.
Oh, it's so hot.
I feel like I'm being baked.
We'll have a
Girls
heat advisory
are
today.
way too late.
It must be taking time for them to put on the yukata. Why aren't you two wearing one?
I don't got clothes like yukata. Man, you look way too normal in that.
People often say that to me.
Oh, by the way, the exams.
I bet you got a big fat F on them.
Shut up. We don't know that yet.
It's probably just a D-.
Are you going to the fireworks festival?
Well, it was, Makoto. I thought it might be.
That's right.
Us too! Wanna go together?
Oh, no, it's not. Okay.
Are we
It's just,
getting hit on?
Come on, let's
No.
go together.
used to get it on.
Do you happen to be a model? You look great in that yukata.
Waiting around's a pain, so can we just go with these chicks?
Let me think about it.
A chance like this never comes up.
That's enough. You're disgracing your yukata. You should be more aware of your womanhood.
How could you?
Why don't you go after them then?
So those are the kinds of girls you like, Ryuji.
Well, no, that's...
You know, Yusuke's such a pretty boy, but he is really missing out because of what he says.
I guess. But he's more likable since he stays true to his ideals. Definitely more than somebody I know.
I heard that Ryuji's pretty much failed his exams.
Oh?
Mona, you little...
Hey, it's gonna get crowded if we don't get going.
Agreed.
But, man, you both look amazing in yukata. Talk about Japanese beauty.
You're missing the fireworks, Ellie. Ellie.
Yeah? Come on!
Looks like you need help.
Then why don't you go buy me a towel already, huh?
What kind of a fair amount ahead?
Just trying to get out of the rain, but look how crowded it is.
I guess everyone had the same idea.
What's up?
I think I just saw someone I know.
You mean the girl in that black car?
Well, she's got a ride. Oh, time to show your skills, Mona. We need you as a car.
You're leaving me already, Ellie?
It's not possible in the real world.
Feet hurt, it's cold, the festival's been canceled. This sucks.
We made such a commotion with the public, and this is what we get? Lame. Aren't heroes that lurk in the shadows boring?
And we will fight in the shade.
What are you, Moss?
No. Fuck her!
I want to change the world with a loud bang, like a
What the-
huge firework. Then again, we aren't gonna find someone bigger than Kanashiro that easily.
The rain is letting up. Though it's regrettable, we should go our separate ways for today.
Yeah, let's go home.
So you won't tell me, no matter what.
I have nothing more to say to you about that.
I see. In that case, I have ways of making you talk.
Huh? What's that supposed to...
Thanks for the drink.
Hey, we're not done here yet.
I'm home.
Yeah, that's obvious. It's past closing time. Clean up the place.
Regrettably, the cause behind the recent psychotic breakdown incidents is still unknown. On to other news. The international hacktivist group Medjed has released a statement to the Phantom Thieves. These are the details of the message that are posted on Medjed's website. To the Phantom Thieves causing an uproar in Japan. Do not speak of your false justice. We do not need the spread of such falsehood. We are the true executors of justice.
Phantom Thieves again?
However, we are magnanimous. We will give you an opportunity to repent your ways. If you agree to a change of heart, we will accept you as our own. If you reject our offer, the hammer of justice will find you.
Justice, huh?
We are Medjed. We are unseen. We will eliminate evil. Akechi-san, why do you think this announcement was made at this time?
I don't know the details, but there's no doubt that they were provoked by the Phantom Thieves. Whether it's a sense of rivalry or a simple attention grab, given the recent trends, I cannot say. Regardless, it's quite a nuisance.
A nuisance?
Both Medjed and the Phantom Thieves are nothing more than groups that uphold an egoistic justice.
What a stupid thing they're getting riled up on. Phantom Thieves, huh? What the world are they? You know about them?
I hear they're pretty cool. Who?
I'm the one asking you. Don't return a question with another question. Well, it's about time I go home. Make sure you lock the place up. Also, about the stuff in the fridge. Well, I guess it's fine. Just don't use too much of it.
It's possible that more people like these will continue to appear due to their influence. In that respect, the Phantom Thieves face a very serious crime.
Really? Just lay my app for a while and leave. I can still war the Phantom Thieves? This is getting interesting. But why? Did the Phantom Thieves do something to them? Medjed is really scary. I'm looking forward to seeing how the Phantom Thieves will deal with it. How many messages in the Phantom Thieves chat room? We gotta talk about Medjed. Those guys people online are going nuts over? Medjed. A name seems to come from one of the obscure gods from the Egyptian Book of the Dead. I saw the news too. For some reason they think we speak of false justice. Well then, what exactly did you want to speak about regarding Medjed? Well, why don't we go after them as our next target? Was something suggested? I mean, they're like bad hackers or something, right? Technically, they're crackers. Those who use the internet to legally access and alter data. Medjed is an organized group of certain people organized by the larger international community. But they operate on a global scale. That makes them even bigger than Kanashiro, right? And so, that target's gonna be Medjed. What if the devil will get hit and put Medjed in? Oh, right! Let's try it out. That'll be impossible. It has to be a pseudonym. Why don't we don't even know how many people Medjed is. Oh. We at least get web members info if we try to look into it, though? Well, there's Ellie. How's it going? Yeah, we did. How will we discover the location? The unconfirmed presence of Medjed has been online. As a greater problem than simply finding their keyword. Unless you have any more ideas, Ryuji. Hello? Seems that he suggested about putting my thought into it. Come on, get back down now. People are all excited about it. Our reputation's gonna plummet if we don't face this shit. That is true. We remain silent. People will believe we simply chose to run away from the matter. Medjed has taunted us publicly, after all. And they are criminals. We can't let them be. Yeah. And we don't have any other targets right now either. Hey, John, let's talk to Mishima tomorrow. This is more of his thing. Mishima part of Medjed. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. I doubt that. Also, Mikoto, try to see if your sister has any info on him. Highly unlikely, but sure.
A world-class target, huh? If we can change Medjed's heart, it'll most definitely affect Mementos.
After all, it is the breathbreaker. I forgot. What if I post this photo I took today? I can't tell if that was an alluring there or like an entertaining there. Hey, not bad. Right, I'm natural with this caddy photography stuff. I hope you're safe. That was intended to be a pendant photography. Shame about the rain, but at least it means today was a little more memorable. Yeah, but next time we really can't miss the fireworks. Agreed. Still, it was impressive how quickly the weather turned terrible. Perhaps one of us is simply fated to bring rain wherever he goes. No, I blame this all on Mari. We can actually go out on the town?
Hey,
Okay, I guess apparently can't.
Oh! What do you want to do? Wow!
Your props, you're amazing. Nope. I don't remove reserves an indicator. Again, I know that it would,
What? Tell me.
you know, basically make everything a little too transparent with regard to how unbalanced all the stats are. Ellie, no, we can't play right now. I know. I always want to play. And I'm always playing my game instead of playing a few. This time it's going to actually help put food in the table, hopefully. You better respect your papa's space, okay? It's not going to mention. What the hell is it? You don't want to remove my student. They're an international network of activists. Corporations doing shady business and cause chaos. A subway company surfing that was MedJed. Trying to find out who caused the train accident. So they're good guys?
Ugh, no way.
Someone like in the digital Robin Hoods. Based for email to destroy data. They're no better than criminals. But those guys that claim to be modern day Robin Hood, they dare call themselves heroes after the attacks. Fighting MedJed next, the Phantom Thieves are amazing. I don't want to hear about justice from some shady hackers. I don't care what happens as long as it's interesting. Oh, our grades are out. How'd you do? Damn, I'm dead. Wish I could get in the top 10. You look at smart students differently. I wonder what score I got. I'm in the top 10.
Whoa.
Everyone's gonna have their eyes on you now. Dang, my charm didn't actually go up. Anyway, that matters to proper gameplay.
We were busy. It's not like I could focus on studying. Hey, it's not my fault my scores suck, right?
It's your fault.
You don't gotta throw the truth right in my face like that. Anyways, there's something more important here. Mishima.
You want to ask me something about the internet, right?
Yep, I'm gonna be straight with you here. Do you know who MedJed is?
You weren't kidding about being direct. Well, I suppose the news about MedJed and the Phantom Thieves has caused quite the commotion. They started out as hackers of justice, but now they only look out for their own self-interests. That's all I know. They were the group I texted him about yesterday.
I see.
Nobody's sure who actually belongs to MedJed. Well, it looks like things will be exciting this summer. It'll be the Phantom Thieves' world debut, no?
Dude.
Don't worry. I'll be rooting for the Phantom Thieves. I'll get the forum mobilized as well. Now, if we're done talking here, I really must be going. I'll see you guys later.
So, that was fruitless.
Wonder if anyone else got any info.
Which is pretty useless. You got anything? I tried out to assess her, but it seems as though she didn't know very much about them. She doesn't specialize in cybercrime after all. I tried looking into them too, but I didn't come up with anything. There are really just no leads. Our opponent is truly elusive.
No luck.
MedJed, huh? It seems like we won't be able to deal with them by ourselves.
I know summer vacation is due to begin next week, but I have an unfortunate announcement. We'll be holding an emergency assembly on Monday the 25th. Please come to school that day. Settle down. We've had many strange incidents. The psychotic breakdowns, students being dragged into crime rings. Hence, Principal Kobayakawa has instructed all teachers to caution the student body. Well, this is inconvenient for us too, you know, having to find things to warn you about so suddenly.
How are we gonna find Medjed? I'm sure no matter how hard it took I look online, all I find are just unreliable rumors. They have carried out corporate terrorism, yet they still managed to lead the rest somehow. Kanashiro was a lot of trouble, but this is turning out to be a much greater ordeal. Did he bite off more than we can chew? I'm not sure. Right, there's no knowing who we're actually up against if we kind of see the full picture. We don't know whether it's a single individual or a large conglomerate of people. If we do manage to get a lead, what do we do from there? Stuff going so good. Probably why my exam's going to shit too. You know, those two are separate things, right?
Damn, this stuff's really not going so good. Clues on Medjed, huh?
Oh yeah, if I who it is, there's nothing we can do. Let's wait until they make a move. Hey, you better not have forgotten about the persona you have here. Listen carefully, you must come today. Otherwise, we shall be... Whatever will lose that persona. Oh, Ryuji.
Hey, inmate!
I need to get some fresh water or something.
How goes the
Your turn, Caroline.
Taking it out already?
Well, yeah.
Looks even stronger now. You want to let it out?
So, who's it gonna be? Gonna light some incense? Which incense are you gonna light? I'll put this incense in there with them. Get over here. Time for some rehabilitation.
You wish to perform and execute. Let us begin the search.
You okay with this?
Oh, this one there. And this is like 2 that I probably not gonna pursue in the near future.
You okay with this?
Select the skills you'd like to inherit.
It will receive a fraction of power. It will receive a fraction of power. Now for a rebirth.
I go my master broken, so I will rage upon the storm within your heart.
Gather them. Finished for now?
Justine, you
want to register it? Are you sure? Are you finished?
What? No slacking off.
Take your time.
Allow me to go through games faster.
Yep. Oh.
You never know when games will spread. All your loved ones are safe. It's up to you to protect what's really important. You can't take risks in these dangerous times. But what can you do to protect yourself? Don't worry, our security systems are the answer. Let's contact our company for installation services.
Oh. Oh.
My dragon. Thing was missing. The boss killed the blood runs to the street Tokyo.
Well,
I'm gonna need 100,000 yen per was the link, so I'm kind of regretting spending it in the palace.
You try to cut ties with me, and you come back for more, I'll kill you! Boss! No! That bastard shot him! Boss!
Oh, they are afraid to use the yak as a word. This is the yak guru. Could we also enforce that level of discipline for the Phantom Thieves? No, that's too much. So we learn more about determination that the X can have. But I'm still second on. You watch for it all the way to the very end.
Ah, you're back.
Trying to break seed, right? Must be nice being a student. So I looked in the bed. Find anything? As you know, Medjed is a god that appeared in the Egyptian Book of the Dead. Huh? Its name apparently means the Smiter. Seems nobody is actually sure that Medjed is a real name. On top of that, anything else about him is unknown. Even his form is unattainable. And something I need to see. I think God that flies the sky and shoots from his eyes. He truly is an elusive man. I know Medjed and Superman! I should have known all along. Dude! Everything about his existence is shrouded in mystery. Wait! Fundamentally, ancient Egyptian art has always depicted gods drawn in his sight from clouds. However, Medjed is facing straight ahead all depictions of him. Taking all of this into account, he seems to be quite the alien being. I see. At least I hope that information was at least somewhat useful. Indeed it was. Should I look into it more? That's enough, thank you.
so we still don't have any tangible clues.
Oh, there's the catchy.
Hey!
Hail for unparalleled art. Painter. Master, I think. Or drawing is sketch. It is a master. Oh, and a bit like the other word. It doesn't make. Yeah. Like, I don't know any names for this painter. I see the. I don't know how he's inspired master of the arts. Jennifer Earth with incredible skill and technique that grew to be heavily influenced in their medium. The most prolific masters of painting, Pablo Picasso, also as one of the longest full names in art history. 143 letters total. He actually Picasso had the role of Pulaski, Bird, Frederick Stein, Oh yeah. Oh, even I couldn't figure that one out. And you got a little bit smarter to summon the far enough to get to level 5. No. I might call it a night soon. Hey, wait for you here. I'll wait for you though. We've actually done a clip link, so. Oh, great, this is a long one. Let's keep dancing. Maybe I'll save it for next time.
I should write something.
It's been maybe a couple hours now, so. I think it was as long as yesterday, but that's. I don't want to make these longer than yesterday anyway. So we have our wall of patrons, which it's just kind of cosmetic. Like, I'm not even quite sure about like the yeah, well, literally, like you're not gonna see on here one way or the other. No matter how much you donate, but you're donate to a game, and we'll start having basically sort of that be a starting point, which means that the most has the most funding accumulated in a given month, will be the one I play next after whatever I'm playing on my own. Ellie, wait, um, generally I'll be going back and forth between games of my choice and games of that are being chosen by Patreon. More or less. It may either be a stream or a or basically sort of a let's play. I'm gonna try to start doing a let's play with like shorter form stuff, but I'm not quite sure how it's gonna like. Actually, what's gonna determine that? I believe your Persona 5 is probably gonna be more likely just a will continue to be a live stream because it started as that, and also because I'm not really sure how to compress it into. Um, I guess anything it probably would be the one game that would actually kind of work very well in the Let's Play format. Because it like has the days. Ellie. Like I have like literally X number of days in the game or something. Although like then once we get into Palace, I'll like divide that up. Like I even have something that I can sort of easily sort of set a time limit for myself to dedicate as a prompt. Because it's probably gonna rule out to some extent even open world games. So I'm probably gonna start with I'm probably gonna start with Silent Hill 2. So I might try doing Dragon Quest as well, Dragon Quest 8 as well, but I'm not quite sure about that yet. But anyway, that's a big deal for Patreon. So yeah, Anyway, there's a bunch of other things you can do that take a few seconds of your time. There's a Minecraft blog you can check out. Thanks always here, producer Eric McMahon, and to everyone else, thanks for watching. Until next time.